in the heart of Cairo, beneath the golden sands of Giza, a discovery was made that would change the course of architectural history forever. Dr. Amelia Carter, a renowned archaeologist, had spent years deciphering ancient texts and studying the enigmatic structures of the pyramids. She believed that the Great Pyramids of Egypt were not just tombs, but blueprints for something far greater, something that modern civilization had yet to fully grasp. One day, while exploring a hidden chamber within the Great Pyramid, Amelia and her team stumbled upon a set of hieroglyphs unlike any seen before. These inscriptions, glowing faintly in the dim torchlight, detailed mathematical formulas and structural designs centuries ahead of their time. But what truly left them in awe was a series of sketches, blueprints of futuristic cities, skyscrapers, and architectural designs eerily similar to those of modern-day megastructures. As Amelia delved deeper into the meaning of these texts, she realized that the ancient Egyptians possessed knowledge of engineering principles that had somehow influenced modern construction techniques. The pyramid's angles, its perfect alignment with celestial bodies, and the intricate way it distributed weight all pointed to an advanced understanding of physics and design. But how had this knowledge been passed down through the ages? Her research took her across continents, from the towering spires of New York City to the sleek skyscrapers of Dubai. She noticed striking similarities between the pyramidal principles of weight distribution and stability and the core structural integrity of modern buildings. Architects from different eras had unknowingly, or perhaps deliberately, embedded these ancient secrets into their designs. The deeper Amelia dug, the more she uncovered. Buried within the archives of some of the world's greatest architectural firms, she found early drafts of landmark buildings like the Eiffel Tower and the Burj Khalifa, all subtly hinting at principles first discovered by the ancient Egyptians. The pyramid shape itself, with its ability to withstand time and natural forces, had become a subconscious blueprint for modern architectural marvels. However, Amelia's discoveries didn't go unnoticed. A secretive organization known as the Architects Guild, whose members included some of the most powerful builders and engineers in the world, took a keen interest in her work. They had been guarding this knowledge for centuries, ensuring that only select individuals had access to the full potential of ancient Egyptian engineering. One night, as Amelia was finalizing her findings, she received an anonymous message. Some secrets are meant to remain buried, with a warning. The more she uncovered, the closer she came to unlocking knowledge that had been safeguarded for millennia. But Amelia was not one to back down. To aid her in her quest, she sought the help of Professor Julian Sinclair, an eccentric yet brilliant historian specializing in ancient civilizations. Julian had spent years chasing myths about lost knowledge, and he instantly recognized the significance of Amelia's discovery. They were joined by Nadira Hassan, a skilled cryptographer who had previously worked with Egyptian authorities on decoding lost manuscripts. Together, the trio formed an unlikely alliance, each bringing a unique skill set to unravel the mystery. As their journey unfolded, they recruited a new ally, Ethan Drake, an adventurous and tech-savvy engineer who had uncovered hidden architectural patterns in historical landmarks. His expertise in digital modeling allowed them to reconstruct ancient designs in virtual simulations, confirming that the pyramidal structures contained innovations that modern science had only recently begun to understand. Their research led them to an underground chamber beneath the Luxor Temple, where they found a hidden library filled with manuscripts detailing lost construction techniques. But before they could retrieve the documents, they were ambushed by masked enforcers from the Architects Guild. A narrow escape, thanks to Ethan's quick thinking and Julian's knowledge of ancient passageways, kept their quest alive. Their search then took them to a lost temple deep in the Egyptian desert. Hidden beneath the sand, the temple housed an archive of scrolls detailing the ancient methods of construction, lost for thousands of years. With the help of an Egyptian historian, Dr. Omar El-Sayed, they deciphered blueprints that resembled structures never built, plans for entire cities based on the pyramidal design, optimized for energy efficiency and resilience. During their research, they encountered Dr. Laila Farouk, a young yet brilliant archaeologist who had secretly been investigating the connection between pyramid geometry and energy production. She introduced them to the theory that the pyramids were not just tombs or architectural feats, but might have served as energy hubs for an ancient technology yet to be understood. Meanwhile, an old adversary surfaced, Sebastian Volkov, a former architect turned power-hungry businessman who had ties to the guild. Volkov had been using the secrets of ancient Egyptian engineering to create an empire of nearly indestructible structures, amassing wealth and control. He viewed Amelia's revelations as a direct threat to his dominion, and vowed to stop her at any cost. With tensions rising, the team was forced into hiding, seeking refuge with a group of underground historians who had spent decades collecting evidence against the guild. Among them was Luca Moretti, an ex-guild member who had defected after learning the true nature of the organization's suppression of knowledge. Luca revealed that the guild had been behind the destruction of countless ancient sites, ensuring that the full scope of pyramid engineering remained unknown. Their next destination was Rome, where whispers of a secret vault hidden beneath the Colosseum pointed to further evidence of how this ancient knowledge had been adapted through time. Beneath the ancient arena, they discovered a chamber containing correspondence between Renaissance architects discussing the influence of Egyptian design. The evidence was irrefutable. The pyramids had shaped the future of architecture in ways far beyond what anyone had previously imagined. As tensions escalated, Amelia and her team orchestrated an elaborate plan to expose the guild. Using Ethan's expertise, they hacked into global networks to broadcast their findings, ensuring that, even if they were caught, the truth would spread. Their final confrontation came in an underground vault beneath the Vatican, where the guild had stored its most guarded documents. Facing off against Volkov's mercenaries and guild operatives, Amelia, Julian, Madeira, and Ethan barely escaped with the final pieces of evidence they needed. But just when they thought their mission was complete, a new twist emerged. Hidden within the stolen manuscripts were references to a second, even older pyramid, one that predated those of Giza. This unknown structure, buried beneath the sands of the Sahara, was said to hold the final key to understanding the full extent of the ancient Egyptian architectural achievements. Determined to uncover the last piece of the puzzle, Amelia and her team set off on one final expedition. Deep in the desert, they discovered a vast underground complex that had remained untouched for millennia. Within its chambers lay the ultimate revelation. An advanced civilization had existed long before recorded history, and the knowledge of their engineering prowess had been preserved within the pyramids. As they explored further, they encountered unforeseen challenges, elaborate traps set by the ancient builders, cryptic puzzles that required both intellect and ingenuity, and a final showdown with Volkov, who had tracked them to the site in a last-ditch effort to seize control of the lost knowledge. Just as they thought they had secured the ultimate truth, Amelia discovered a hidden mechanism beneath the newly unearthed pyramid. With a single touch, a vast underground city lit up, its structures eerily mirroring the skyline of modern metropolises. The connection was undeniable. The ancients had not only influenced architecture, but had laid the very foundation for the future. As Amelia stood in awe, she realized their journey had only just begun. The world had unlocked a new era of discovery, and the past was no longer just history, it was a guide to the future. And so, with new mysteries unfolding before them, Amelia and her team prepared for the next chapter in their quest, a journey into the unknown, where the answers they sought could change everything humanity believed about its origins and its destiny. As Amelia and her team ventured deeper into the forgotten passages beneath the Egyptian desert, the ancient secrets began to reveal themselves in unexpected ways. The more they uncovered, the more they realized that the key to understanding the true purpose of the pyramids lay not just in their construction, but in what they were meant to protect. It was Ethan Drake who first suggested that the pyramids were not just physical structures, but possibly part of an advanced technological system. As they deciphered more of the ancient scrolls, it became apparent that the Egyptians had discovered energy manipulation techniques far beyond anything modern science had ever developed. These techniques were embedded in the very design of the pyramids, influencing how they interacted with the Earth's natural area. This realization prompted a new level of urgency within the team. They weren't just uncovering lost architectural blueprints, they were rediscovering technologies that had the potential to reshape the future. As their research progressed, the team began to encounter more resistance from the Guild, who were now aware that Amelia had found the missing pieces of the puzzle. One night, after a breakthrough in their studies, a cryptic message appeared on their secure communication network. "You are not the only ones searching for the key." The words sent a chill down their spines. It was clear now that the Guild wasn't the only entity interested in the lost knowledge. There were others, shadowy organizations, private corporations, and even governments who had been tracking their every move. Whoever controlled the secrets of the pyramids would control the future of humanity. Amelia, Julian, Nadira, and Ethan knew they had to act fast. The next clue led them to a mysterious island in the Mediterranean, where ancient Greek philosophers had once documented their fascination with Egyptian architecture and its possible connection to divine energy. The island, largely uninhabited, was said to house the remains of an ancient temple dedicated to the gods of knowledge. When the team arrived, they discovered an elaborate labyrinth beneath the ruins of the temple, an echo of the pyramid design principles they had been studying. The labyrinth was said to house a library of lost texts, which might hold the final answers to the connection between the pyramid's energy properties and modern technology. But they were not alone. As they ventured deeper into the labyrinth, they encountered a group of modern-day treasure hunters led by an enigmatic woman named Celine Markov. Celine, a former archaeologist turned mercenary, had her own agenda. She knew that the key to unlocking the pyramid's power lay in harnessing the energy for weaponization, and she was willing to do anything to gain control. A tense standoff ensued as both groups tried to access the final chamber. But just as the situation seemed to reach a boiling point, the walls of the labyrinth began to shake violently. The ancient energy chambers were reacting to the disturbance. Desperate to avoid total destruction, Amelia and her team formed an uneasy alliance with Celine, agreeing to share the knowledge they had uncovered in exchange for safe passage. The next few days were a blur of activity as the group worked together to decipher the remaining texts, unlocking clues that would lead them to the ultimate pyramid hidden beneath the Sahara. The more they studied, the more they realized that the final pyramid was unlike anything they had encountered before. It was not just a tomb or a temple, it was a vast energy generator, capable of tapping into the Earth's core and harnessing power on an unimaginable scale. Amelia had always believed that the pyramids were meant to be symbols of power and spiritual connection. But now she understood that they were also designed to be tools of transformation, capable of bringing about a new era of technological and societal advancement, or, if misused, potentially unleashing unimaginable destruction.